Welcome back to Careful Boys. Today we're talking about Kanye West's new banger. You guys hear this one?
Oh, it's out?
What? You're so dumb, dude. I can't hear.
He said I gave my cousin head.
It's his
Gave my
tweet.
cousin.
It's his tweet in a song form. The one about how he used to suck his cousin's dick till he was 14.
Yeah, for years.
For years.
Why did he tell the world that?
Unprompted. Just decided
I
to.
think he's
randomly.
healing. I think he's trying to fucking...
I think he's sharing some really cool music.
I'm just ready for his Nazi drop. I heard that he's working on that whole.
That same album, he has a song called How Hitler. That's on there.
Sick.
I don't know if this is How Hitler.
Imagine being in the crowd and like waiting for this song to come on, and then you're like, oh yeah, and then you're like, that's my cousin.
He's actually kind of a bummer. I can't dance to this.
When did he start?
Is anybody still a Kanye fan in general?
I like Kanye.
Okay.
He can't get me away from him, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in.
Did you hear his buddy drop?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
All right. Hot take. He dropped an album that was 30 minutes. It was like a 30-minute just YouTube digital album on YouTube recently. It got taken down recently. It's fucking fire.
I'm telling you, dude, if all he needs to do is just drop an album, that's it. And we just sit back.
Just secretly
He just
dropped an
did.
album. It's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Listen to it. I was texting Gio because I was like, hey, you still like Kanye? He's like,
When did it come out?
music-wise, like literally a month ago.
And she's like, I mostly just like his politics.
I love his tweets mostly.
I don't like what he says on
the
that.
secret project that he's working on in the warehouse?
What's the secret project?
I like the messaging.
There's a lot of guys that he's collecting right now that are marching and just screaming "Hail Hitler" all day.
Oh man, that's tough.
That's insane.
Where's he? On Craigslist he's finding them?
Yeah, and then the ad is like you have to be comfortable with swastikas and stuff like that. And then they spray painted like swastikas outside of the warehouse.
Damn.
Yeah, there's footage of them too practicing. It's just a bunch of fucking militant ass dude marching, and then
Kanye
like
knows that Hitler didn't like black people, right?
maybe he doesn't.
I think people rewrite
We
history.
gotta get that message to him.
Hey Kanye, I don't know if you know this.
Would you like choreograph a piece to Kanye's new stuff?
New stuff? No. Like, I actually, one of my more recent pieces, maybe like 2 years ago, was to a Kanye song. And then he started going really crazy, and I was like, damn it.
So it's not tight enough that you would use it again?
It's not counterculture enough. That's kind of tight.
It's what he's doing is offending way too many people that it's like, damn, this is not worth it. But like, in if I were to live in a bubble where nothing mattered, I'm like, this is good music to me.
So him coming
So you
out.
could do it China.
Well, I wouldn't dance to it. It's like, honestly, listen to it on a drive.
I'm gonna listen to it.
So him talking about sucking his cousin's dick just really pisses you off, and you won't.
It doesn't piss me off.
It's
It's just that when other people get like really worked up about it, it makes me go like, man, does that mean I can't listen to this music in public? That's all it does. That's the only.
Everybody always says Kanye really is offending everybody though. What exactly did he say? I always wonder that.
I think all the Hitler Nazi type stuff is pretty crazy.
Can anybody give me an actual quote?
I think
He's all actual quotes.
I'm more bummed out
Yeah.
that like
Every single quote.
when
That's
I
such a
heard
funny
about this
thing.
line in the tweet, I was like, all right, it's just one line. It's not that big of a deal. But now I'm hearing the audio. I'm like, he turned into a chorus. Oh, that's gonna
The
be a
Hail Hitler song?
No. The
Oh yeah.
Cousin Dan.
Gave my cousin.
yeah. Like he turned into a chorus. I'm like,
Wait, he didn't actually do that.
I don't think he's gonna shake that. Oh, that's not AI.
Yeah.
That's not a song.
That's AI,
Oh
right?
man, I'm old, dude. I'm over here yelling at my mom about getting got by AI, and here I am.
Ryan immediately knew, unfortunately.
Here I am, just sitting here.
He was
He's
like, "You're
just
so stupid." I
all that it's believable.
Yeah. It is believable though. Yeah.
It does sound like
He would like in this era of what he's been doing. I'm like, okay, he's going for shock,
You're all
right?
doing. You're all
Yeah, anything goes at this
Scoopity
point.
poopity, pretty good.
106 in Park review.
It made me laugh. I got here one time and I was like, I'm good with that. Scoopity poop. Did you remember that one?
I remember it. Yeah.
Where he did it like it was supposed to be a beat for Drake, and then he was like, "Fuck you, Drake." He was just check out my song; it's way better. Scoopity poop. That's funny.
That is funny.
That's just a good time.
Yeah, it is really funny.
But I was listening to some old Kanye recently, and I was like, man,
Old Kanye is great.
he's really good, but it's so different, right? It's just
Old Kanye will always be freaking amazing.
College dropout.
It feels like
That
a
was the last
different-
one.
Like it is a different era, but it just feels like a whole different like guy now.
Yeah.
Like
It's when he had healthy manic episodes.
Yeah, when I saw him dressed up in that all black KKK outfit,
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening? Then he has the necklace, and it was probably like 500K of just like jewels, and it was in a swastika. It was an iced out swastika. Why? It's like, and part of it is like, dude, if all he wants to do right now is just to get a bunch of attention,
Yeah.
he's fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
He's getting it. That's why
It's sexy. It's not buddy, it's bully.
that's the part that's the only part I really like about it is it's pretty awesome to see somebody go this far and still be kind of untouchable in a way.
Yeah, like you kind of respect
They're
it.
not able to silence him.
You kind of go like he's pushing
Pushing off
boundaries.
the most powerful people that you always thought could just like zip it.
Yeah,
And he's still going.
Commercials have been lit.
it's just and he did that, bro. He did that 2 years in a row.
I know, it's
He
so
did the
great.
same one. And was like, I'm just gonna put this
The
up.
only T-shirt on the website was a Nazi shirt. It's like,
And the NFL's like, all right, we gotta rip this out.
we love a bag.
Like he did give us,
Gave us $5 million.
yeah. So we gotta put it up. We gotta.
sold out. That's freaking funny, dude.
It's so funny.
That's something to experience.
I miss when
It's a good
Kanye.
thing, but it's just really interesting to see. Like I don't know what's gonna happen.
It is. That's why I like it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting
it's
to see.
like,
Because who else would have done this?
It's a giant social experiment,
No.
And
His
he's
whole brand
literally-
is just shock value
and he's
at this point.
he's probably
I
mad.
just miss when he used to just hate women.
Yeah, me too.
Now he just hates everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's taking the symbol and making it his. That's the ultimate diss. That's like when they're like in the 90s, all the rappers were like, we're gonna take the N-word, it's gonna be ours, and then we're gonna make it cool. And I think that's what he's doing with the swastika. It's like the ultimate diss to Nazis. It's like a black man is now in control of your symbol.
Yeah,
He's the only one
A
doing
gay
it.
black man.
yeah, a gay black dude took
He's
over the
gay?
SEO, took over the SEO.
No, he just sucks dick. That's all of his cousin.
He's not. He got molested.
Wait,
It was
he's
it was
doing
his-
the sucking.
It
Though.
was his younger cousin, actually.
Younger cousin.
Kanye was the older one.
Yeah, what do you think
He
of
was
that?
doing the sucking.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah.
He said they were
He
looking-
was jailbaited.
they were
Jailbaited by your
looking at
cousin?
magazines and recreating what was in the magazines.
Oh, then he's a puppeteer.
He's a cosplayer.
Well,
Yeah.
what makes you go like, and I'm gonna be one sucking to your dick, okay?
Yeah. How do you choose?
Yeah. Who picks that one?
Okay, well, you guys played house before growing up, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you play the dog. Sometimes you play the brother.
You play the dog?
Yeah. Sometimes you play different. You never played the dog?
I don't think I played house.
No, I didn't know the dog was a selectable character.
Oh, dude, that's one of the favorite characters everyone plays.
Where's this going?
No, okay, so I'm saying you play different roles. So sometimes you play the wife,
Okay.
sometimes you play the
I've seen
husband.
kids act like dogs.
What happens as the dog?
I'm not waiting for him to just be like, and then you fuck the dog.
So when you're a kid and you see a dirty magazine and then you see a suck off session happen, you go, all right, this time I'm the sucker.
Oh, you're just it's the role.
Yeah. And then so Kanye didn't
See it.
tell.
It's player two.
How many times did his cousin suck his dick?
The dog has to do this.
Yeah, you can be player one
See?
this time.
Yeah.
They're taking turns. That's like fair. That's what you're taught when you're young. It's like, be sure to be fair, take turns, don't hog shit.
But as the big brother, right?
Don't
As the
hog
big
shit.
brother,
is
you
good.
get to control and machinate the little brothers, right? It's fun. Why would you suck the dick? Just can't get around that.
Because he's a giver, not a stealer.
Yeah. Okay,
Dealer.
I get it. I get it.
So like, what are your favorite Kanye songs?
I like 808. The whole album.
You would like 808 and Heartbreak.
Yeah,
Through the Wire is still one of my favorite songs.
that's great too.
After college dropout, I didn't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot take.
I
Okay, I
really
kinda
enjoyed
agree
my
with
Dark Twisted Fantasy though.
You didn't like him after college dropout? How
Nah.
come?
It was just fun. That whole album was fun to me.
What's the worst song?
Worst Kanye song?
I think this one.
Suck my cousin's dick one. Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
But apparently it's AI, guys. It's not a real song.
No, it's real.
so-
Clear.
I really thought his whole last album was whack, but everyone acted like it was so good.
Which one was the last one?
Exactly.
The one he did with Ty Dolla Signs? Was it?
Yeah.
Everybody was like,
Vultures too?
it's so amazing, it's so groundbreaking, and then just like,
I did one listen and I was like, I'm good.
yeah, exactly. I
like
did
the
too.
first
I was like,
Vultures.
come on, guys.
That was
like
me
that
with
song
Donda.
goes,
I listened to Donda and I was like, what is happening?
Donda was a little interesting. Like, cause I think in his newer stuff, you find like for me at least, my listening experience, I find like 3 or 4 songs I really like, and then the rest I'm like, I don't really listen to it.
That's every album.
That's like every album in the year 2000, dude.
Not Space Jam soundtrack.
Everyone's a banger.
Track for track.
Everyone's a banger. But the last one I really liked that I was like top to bottom was really good to me was St. Pablo. I love that one.
I feel like you liked the Savage Garden album from back in the day.
No, it was more of I love just their one hit. Savage Garden. What was that song?
Which one?
Truly, madly, deeply.
That one?
Chicken Cherry Cola.
That one?
No. What was Savage Garden? They had one song. What was the fucking?
Yeah, the one that he said, right? Truly, madly, deeply.
Cola, that's not no. It's called something else.
Oh yeah.
My favorite's Jesus.
Jesus.
I love Jesus.
Jesus
The
is
production
good.
on it.
You're off camera, Tyler.
Sometimes it happens.
At least walk in a frame and share your opinion.
Pop in.
The mic's not picking you up.
Go like this, go like
Walk
this.
in the fucking frame and share your opinion.
It's just a random voice saying Jesus.
God, is that you?
He's like, I like Jesus.
I like
My
Jesus
voice
too.
carries.
Oh my God, guys.
I like Jesus.
Sorry, you're saying Jesus or Jesus?
You think Kanye's still Christian? He was super Christian. Remember he did the whole
Sure.
Yeah, but that's his own brand of Christianity, though.
Yeah,
That had nothing to do with like the existing rules of Christianity.
I think that song was about him being
freestyling.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to tell you that I'm the second coming of Christ,
He
or the
was saying he
third
was God
coming.
for a while. He had a whole album where he was just like, "Yo, I'm God."
I mean,
Like,
can
this
you
is
be
what it is?
Jesus and a Nazi at the same time? It's kind of tough, huh?
Well, this is a different phase in
Maybe.
Kanye's life. Now he's just like, all right,
Maybe
full
that's-
anarchy.
He can't be like the Nazi leadership, but he could have been like the shoe shiner Nazi, like one of the guys on the bottom, maybe.
I think he has the benefit of not knowing what the Nazis were about, and so he could just be like, "It was just a symbol. Who cares?" and shit.
Yeah. All he needed to know is that it gets everyone's attention.
Yeah.
He just knows everyone gets mad at him when he brings
Yeah.
them up.
Yeah,
So he's
yeah.
like, I'm gonna spam this. And it's fucking crazy how we're talking about this dude just saying the most like, I don't even know. I think he broke a record for like the most tweets or some point.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So he just trying to.
Or when he had that manic episode like
Yeah,
a couple
we were
months
here at
ago.
JK,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was just going off for like 48 hours straight, huh?
Lit, dude. That was awesome. Because we were here.
I kind of think like if he's kind of going off the rails, maybe he's gonna kind of come out with some like tight music. I think
Dude.
it's almost a guarantee.
Hey, listen to Bully.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I see him, while like selfishly as a fan, I'm like as a fan of his music, not his tweets. I like his tweets. I favorite them. I retweet them.
All of them?
Yeah, I retweet them.
It's like
350
I made
of
a
it.
fake account so I can retweet his tweets.
Yeah.
Did you start reading Mein Kampf ever since he?
No, I'm not much of a reader.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Couldn't find an audiobook.
There's an audiobook.
Couldn't find the English translation.
Yo, for some fucking reason, I was at this like secondhand bookstore in Hawaii, and there was hella Mein Kampf.
Really?
Like I was like at the World War II section. I'm like, how the fuck is half of this bookshelf just Mein Kampf?
Maybe it's because people aren't buying it.
Or they're returning it, but it's in Hawaii. I didn't know there were so many fucking Nazi connoisseurs in
It
Hawaii.
was overstocked, maybe. Maybe they just got the last.
Do you end up on a list when you buy it the same way when you checked out Anarchist Cookbook from the library?
God,
I don't
I
think
hope
so.
I want to read it.
Mein Kampf?
Yeah.
Isn't it in German though?
You need a translation,
It'd
dude.
be wild.
You need the NIV version.
Is there a Japanese like equivalent to Mein Kampf that like the Imperial Japanese wrote?
Nah, man, they're not trying to spread their thoughts.
Keep it tied to their chest.
They're like, motherfucker, I am the leader. You just follow.
They're not trying to spread their thoughts.
Germans had to like actually get
They were
elected.
camp-
like they were
campaigning.
like
Oh, okay.
talking on the streets and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Nah.
Remember that whole phase when people were using AI to like translate what Hitler's speeches?
Yeah, it was an inspiring speech.
Yeah, and people were like, "This is actually kind of good stuff."
Kind of tight.
Well, it had to be if it convinced everybody.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
It's not going to be a bad speech.
To the German folks, he was spitting, bro.
Yeah.
If you're German, you're hearing that?
He still never got elected in Germany.
He didn't?
No.
People didn't like him.
He went to jail and then he got broken out and then had to like come back into
He had to
power.
kill everybody in the government to
He was
take
getting
power.
standing O's, bro.
He was from some
were
people for
standing
sure.
up, getting fucking fired
I don't
up.
think it was I think it was a minority rule thing that he just seized power.
Can't let these guys seize power, Ryan. I'm telling you.
I was in Vienna and they have this cool like museum, and then I was on the steps and I was like, man, something about this place feels so powerful and cool. And then later I found out like there's old footage of Hitler on a podium where I was at just speaking with the audience, and I was like, I can see why he chose this exact place. You felt like a Roman, like Caesar, just ready with the fucking audience and shit, and the way that everything is built, I don't know, it just looked like you're ready to like take over Europe.
I was walking the streets in Berlin and it was very eerie, like, because that's literally just walking through the history books, the same stuff that I used to see like in high school. I'm like, dude, this is exactly that street.
I went to Munich, and Germany just feels like you ain't got like flavor like France. Like the whole place is like
That's what they say to you when you get there.
Why don't you guys like France?
I was looking around, I was like, how come your building's just concrete, bro? Like
You ain't got flavor.
there's no like you need a little bit of gay or something. Yeah, there's no gay. There's no fashion.
Flavor is all in the engineering of the cars. It's all in the cars.
That's where it's
Yeah.
Streamlined
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
But even then,
And
like they
the
don't
Autobahn.
You know what I really do like though is that all this shit where Hitler's name has popped up again in the last like decade. This is exactly what he would hate.
That's what I'm saying, is they're taking everything.
Because I feel like they've been so
and they're-
reverent with Hitler's name, like almost like they respect it to like never speak it. But then that's what he would want. You know, like the fact that we're disrespecting it and making a mockery of it. But
Laughing
this
at
time,
him.
it's just like when they canceled that sitcom that they were gonna come out with back in the day. It was like I Love Lucy but starring Hitler, and they like canned it because they were like, no, that's fucked up. But they were like, no, this is what he hates. Yeah. That's sticking it to him.
It's like
making-
Charlie being Hitler.
It's like jacking his IP and then letting everyone have a shot at it. Kind of like, you know, like even Marvin Gaye's estate doesn't like that.
Well, those guys are scumbags, dude. In my opinion, that's-
Marvin Gaye?
Yeah, they're total scumbags.
Dude, yeah, because all they know his estate. Marvin Gaye was
His
dead.
estate, yeah.
His estate just like remember they just went after what's his guy?
Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran, and he had to go to court and show him.
that's right.
He had to go to court and show him how all these songs have similar melodies.
He did win though. He did win
won.
that case.
So
He won,
it's
but
the
he-
lawyers or the trust members that are like controlling it, they're the assholes?
Yeah, the estate's the
estate.
assholes.
And then they just sue everybody.
They sue everybody that has
They have a
one
similar-
chord that's used in the same Marvin Gaye song.
Yeah. But now they have to back off a little bit because they lost that lawsuit.
Yeah, they took a big ol' L.
Yeah. And he was even saying he's gonna quit music if he lost that lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because there's just no point.
Yeah.
But Marvin Gaye died though.
A lot of money indirectly.
But that's the cool thing is like, I feel like Hitler's estate would be the same way if they were still around.
They'll be like 999999.
That was good.